What is going on with the helmet you're wearing? What was I thinking? I cannot stand produced scenes. Oh my God. Hey, we're Drew and Jonathan Scott. A lot has happened over the last 13 years since our show Property Brothers premiered. For example, I've gotten better looking, but Jonathan still wears the same plaid shirt. Because you're covering more of your face. So today, we are gonna take a trip down memory lane. Do you remember what was actually the first episode? It aired 6th. Oh, because we looked, mostly you looked so weird. No. So Jonathan and I had these terrible hair choices. Now, you were to blame for yours. I was not to blame for mine. This producer really wanted this Robert Pattinson fancy hair, and at the end of the day, it looked terrible. I think she got fired for it. This episode that we're gonna watch, they ended up burying it into the season 6 or 7 episodes in because they figured if this was the first episode to air, the show would be canceled. Ladies and gentlemen, Julie and Peter on Property Brothers.
They sell, reimagine, renovate.
Hold on a second. I never remembered that. What was with the voice? So back in the day, don't you remember? They hired a third host, and then they never used her on camera, but they used her audio for a while, and then eventually we just started doing the audio. No, but I remember her, and that is not her voice. That literally sounds like a computer-generated woman talking about us. Why are you focused on the audio when the visual is so terrible? Okay, well, this is what we called Surfer John, because he had this like,
I don't think that looks so bad.
Hair. What is going on with the helmet you're wearing?
I have no
It looks
idea.
like a hippie helmet. It's so much wider and bigger than my head. When you have such a skinny face like I had, like you don't want hair that's that bulbous. It literally looks like a wig. When you were sitting on that chair at that point, 13 years ago, did you ever think that you would ever have a date? I wasn't too sure. I'm glad that I met Linda early on because, you know, she saw me for me, not my hair. She pitied you. All right. But your hair was all you. Memories. Here we go. Yeah.
Julie and Peter need a home for their newly blended family of 5, and the clock is ticking.
We're looking for our dream home.
Moving your house
Okay.
is one of the
The
biggest
Canadianisms
stresses,
are coming out.
Not only do we have
House,
that, we have
out
to
and
buy
about.
a house in probably one of the hottest markets that's out right now. I won't get into a bidding war for a house. As soon as you put yourself in that position, you're going to pay too much for it.
In Canada, when we were filming, the homeowners were always saying house, and so it was actually a rule that our Canadian episodes had to start saying home instead of house because it sounded less Canadian. Give me 2 facts about Julie and Peter that you remember. One, Julie worked for the production company that shot this. She was in accounting, so we had to be nice to her. And 2, they were just fun. They were just really a really sweet family. I enjoyed it. I remember for that first episode, Jonathan, you know, we had a bit of the jitters. We were a little bit nervous because we'd never done hosting or TV like this before. We'd done some small acting gigs in the past, but we wanted to make sure we did a good job. Well, in the beginning, they had us being very staged, like, hello, welcome to this house. We are the Property Brothers. And it was so awful. I'll find the perfect property. I'll fix it, and I'll finish it. Jonathan and I were like, we don't want to be difficult talent, but we feel we could be more natural and fun the way we usually try to be. And so they were looking down and saying, no, do it the way it's scripted. Then they let us do one take our way, and that's what ended up becoming the show. Yeah.
And we have to be out in 60 days.
We have a long wish list.
Big kitchen,
4th bedroom.
backyard for the kids,
Closet space
These
for me.
flashes are
and
like
a second bathroom.
distracting
The
the way that they're
half-dozen
doing.
apart. We're looking something around the 500,000 mark. Even up to 550 for the right house.
This is a prime example of every situation with a client. All right, I want all of this, but I only have this to spend. Yeah, this tiny budget. I want it done in 1 week, and I want it done. Well, here their total budget is $558,000. Which is a good budget. It's good. I mean, it's expensive. This is shot in Toronto, but the funny thing coming up is the old format of the show, how I was the absolute biggest jerk. Yeah.
This
It's
house
got
is
everything
incredible.
that we would like.
Close to perfect.
Yeah.
This house has absolutely every component you guys said you wanted, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Those components come at a price.
Of course.
And for this property, that price is just under $800,000.
For the original Property Brothers, they would look at multiple houses and then buy one. But before that, I would get their wish list and their budget, and then I would show them a house that literally had everything they want. And then I'd be like, do you love this home? Is it perfect for you? Ha! You can't afford it. It's double your budget. Now let's get realistic. So that $550,000 renovation budget, half of that went toward his hairspray. I don't understand. Like, when you look back at yourself, like, years later, and you think, at the time you thought you're pretty cool, and I look back and I look at that, what was I thinking? Yeah. What were you thinking standing in front of me? You're looking at it more than I was.
I still look back and I'm like, my hair was a phase and it was actually not a bad phase. I look at that and I know it was out of your control. Even the reaction on her face right now.
That's not to the price of the dream home. That's to my
your hair. Do you think if we had normal haircuts, the show would not have been successful? Because maybe people were so like, we got to watch this because these dudes look so weird.
Look how skinny my face is.
Obviously, they love the home. They love the kitchen.
Can't afford it.
They love the children's level.
Can't afford it.
And they absolutely love the master suite.
They can't afford it in this home.
That's one of those things where I'm like, oh, it was super scripted. Like they had us, hey, can you guys play back and forth pretending like they want this, they can't afford it. And to me, at the end of the day, I hate that. I just like it when Jonathan and I can just let loose and banter and have fun. Oh, I will point out, by the way, I love the fact that we're now working in LA, renovating houses. This was in the middle of winter. We're wearing like mitts and thick jackets and everything, but they kept saying to us they wanted us just to wear just like a dress shirt or just a thin sweater or a plaid shirt. You can see the foggy breath that I have right there. They had us suck on ice cubes, and then when we took the ice cubes out and spoke, it was no longer foggy. I'm like, how about we just film this show during the summer so we don't have to worry about this freezing cold problem?
Again, you with your ideas.
I absolutely remember this because they were afraid to go with this house. They thought there's no way, it looks awful. But we're like, no, like literally this is a faster timeline because half the work is done.
It was a house that we found that was like a half-done renovation. The builder went bankrupt.
Yeah, but that's actually a good thing. So as scary as this looks compared to the other houses that need some work, half the demolition work was already done. It's a blank slate. So that actually saved a lot of money.
Sorry, trying to speak logic to homeowners?
Yeah, no.
Does not
Homeowners
have.
make things up in their own head and they make emotional decisions, and it's really hard to reason with them.
I do truly think that we sold the show originally because the before and after transformation was so fantastic with this episode because it was all ripped apart, not even livable. You have to realize with these shows, so we shoot a pilot, hadn't sold the show yet, shot the pilot, and then we pitch it to the network and say, what do you think? Well, with this, the transformation was incredible. We looked a little bizarre with the hair.
But they'd never seen a show that had construction, like the renovation and design and the finished reveal all in one. There's
And
nothing-
ruggedly handsome twins.
This was the most amazing part. But it was really nice to be able to bring that to the network. This show was actually pitched to HGTV in the US first, and it was turned down. Then it was pitched to HGTV in Canada, and it was turned down. And it was another network in Canada that picked it up, W Network, and they originally said, two young hot guys in tight jeans renovating, we'll buy that show. So thank you to that executive.
Possession Day. So they
Holy
went
scarf.
with the bankrupted builder house that was half done. This had way more work than all of the other ones. However, it had way more potential. I like the original scenes too, where we had to have the key drop into the homeowner's hand. They were like so adamant. We want to see the key drop into the homeowner's hand.
If you notice for TV, real estate agents and on these shows, they don't take their shoes off when they go into houses. To me, that's awful. You go into somebody's house, not if it was unfinished, but if it was a finished home, you take your shoes off. So I was arguing them when we were filming. I'm like, no, I would never, as a real estate agent, walk into somebody's beautiful home with my shoes on. They're like, hey, get over it. It's for TV. They're not going to care.
I didn't care.
All right, everybody, there's a
All right,
lot
there's
of
the
work
gang.
to do and a really short timeline.
dream team.
We need to get this place in a livable condition as soon as possible so these guys can move in or they're living on the street. Are you guys ready? Yeah. All right, let's do it.
Oh my God.
Are you guys ready?
The pep talk of the
We
team.
have to kick off construction by the homeowner taking the first blow.
I
So how
cannot
about it?
stand produced scenes. I like everything just to happen the way it actually happens. Because renovations are interesting and scary and everything.
Yeah.
But
But this is
It's up to
amazing.
you guys.
We call this demo therapy.
This isn't hammer.
That's it. That's all she did.
one hit?
I didn't remember that's all she did.
Come on. Yeah.
I'm glad Jonathan's
Yeah,
here. I can use
this
his
for anybody.
expertise.
If you've never smashed through a wall, it's therapy.
Two best parts of any project,
The luxury of
the
time.
demolition
Not to mention it's
and then
gonna
handing the
cost quite a
keys
bit.
over in the end.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, Property Brothers had both of those. The demo day was very satisfying.
I mean, we didn't have a ton of demo with this project because it was already ripped apart. So it started to come together really fast, but getting the floors in, getting the baseboards, in, walls painted, all those are the things that came together pretty fast in this project.
Look at the hair, though.
Why are all your outfits like a long sleeve shirt under a polo?
It's what Brad Pitt does, okay? If it's good enough for Brad Pitt, it's good enough for me.
You had so much blonde, you should have been in a boy band.
Frosted tips, baby.
Julie, Peter, welcome to your new home.
All right, the big reveal. Oh wow! Look at the feature wall.
That's a very early 2000s color palette.
Yeah, it is, and even like the kitchen backsplash, like that stacked stone. Yeah, I mean times have changed. I feel that a lot of designs nowadays are a little bit brighter, more impactful. I don't like that Rundle rock or the stacked stone look for
Absolutely.
fireplace anymore, or backsplash.
Nothing's missing.
When you guys first walked
All right, your
in,
hair
it was
looks
just a
a
totally
little
empty
more
shell.
normal.
It's pretty hard
You
to
know, I
envision
cleaned up
what
for the
to do
reveal.
with the place, but you guys took a
I mean, you can
huge
see
leap
like
of
Julie's
faith.
all
I think you're
emotional
paid
from the
off.
reveal,
Right
so
now,
there's
I
been a
think
lot
it's
to them.
time
But
that
it's
we
it's
leave
funny
it
to
to
think
you
like
guys to
some of
enjoy.
the
Thanks,
decisions
guys.
for the palette and
Yeah,
the
it's like,
choices. It's
What
super
was I
dated.
thinking? And also just bland. Like some of it's just not dressed very well.
Yeah. I mean, we've grown over the years too. We've been designing for 20 plus years, but it's, you know, times change, style changes in your hair, clothes, and houses. This is fun. I mean, to look back, there are little things that I forgot about until we saw it again. So memories. Should we do this more often? Do you want to subscribe, come back with us, and we'll watch all the episodes
Tell us
together?
what your favorite episode was, and then we'll watch it and comment.
Well, we have a lot of different shows that we've done over the years, so you got lots of great content to choose from.
Who cares about a director's cut when you can have the contractor's cut?